Oh, you all. Hi, it's Tease. Good day. Good afternoon, good evening. I hope all are well. I hope all are safe. I'm going to try to spit this out really quickly. So off the top of my head, I will give you 5 things that I would avoid in this environment in particular. Perhaps I already avoided this in the past, but in this particular environment, I would avoid these top 5 things. And it's not in any particular order. But the first thing that I would avoid is the guy versus gal or the man versus woman feud. Either it's, well, I can't find a good man, or the women ain't shit, or any type of relationship advice. If you're not surrounded by good people, then it's one of those things where you just kind of have to utilize what you have, because it's obviously a catch to something where you or your surroundings are no good for either party. Either you are the problem or the people that you are choosing are the problem, which might explains why the quest for a quote unquote good man or whatever it is. I'm thinking your best bet is to just be alone and focus on self until those good things piece itself together. The second thing that I would avoid is distraction. And I'm actually going to merge the news in. It's going to be number 2 and 3. This includes the news. The news will tell you when to act a damn fool. The news told you to go kill somebody over some eggs. That ain't even worth it. The news will tell you when to panic. The news will tell you false information. And I say avoid distractions or things that don't give you any nutritional value, but it'll take your mind off of the things that you should be focused on. Let's say, for instance, I should be building and I should be productive. I should be doing this and that. That's going to get me to a different level versus worrying about what the hell's going on social media or on the news. Because again, other countries are saying, hey guys, prepare. Something's not right in the air. And in America, they'll tell us, oh, we're doing great. We're making America great again. Good job. Good job. And then as you look around, no, it ain't a damn good job. The fourth thing that I would avoid is the black church. Not church in general. The quote unquote black church. Okay? Because I don't know if this was yesterday or day before yesterday, but there was testimonies of my pastor just kidnapped me and said that he's going to need $40,000, otherwise we can't leave. Those same people that were complaining that their pastor locked them into the church, and this is a well-known pastor, ain't no sense in name dropping on him because he ain't the only one that's trifling like that. Got $1 million of ice, $1 million worth of jewelry on him, probably got $1 billion vehicle and a multi-million-dollar house, but harassing the damn congregation for their money. And how about this? Let's just say next Sunday, the same people who got kidnapped for $40,000, if those same people turn around and ask that same church for $20 for gas, they will probably get a hell no. And you don't have to lock the door to get that hell no. Matter of fact, you don't even show up. You call that church on the phone, hell no. That's why I say I will go to a Scientologist, what is it called? Church of Scientology, where they do blood rituals, before I go to the Negro church, for that very reason. You can't trust these niggas. You go in here for salvation. Oh, could you pray for me, or can you grace me? Can I harass you for $20 for gas because times are hard? And you think they'll help you? Hell no. The same way that pastor is rich, he's rich. Okay? You ask for anything for help, you won't get it. Okay? The fifth thing that I would avoid in this damn environment is any type of march, protest, boycott, any of that. Because I would say, number one, why you would avoid that. Because B, do you even know why you're boycotting? Do you know what you're marching and stumping for? And also, would anybody march, stump, or defend you? And if the answer is hell no, then sit yo nappy-headed Negro fried chicken loving. No, I'm saying I don't want to go in on the fellow nappy heads, but it just baffles me how there's always going to be at least one foolish Negro out there kicking and scratching to feel like something, and won't nobody dare return the favor for you. Sometimes you just got to sit your ass down somewhere and figure out what the hell is going on around you. And like I said, you out there kicking and scratching and marching. Oh, we're going to do 1 million in March in April. It should be 1 million naps sitting at home somewhere and figuring out what the hell you're going to do after April. Because they cut the lights off, or if they say Armageddon or The Purge, who do you think is going to be number one on that menu? And you think if you marching, kicking, dancing, and protesting in the streets is going to save you? You might as well go ahead and put one right here and blow out your third eye, okay? if you think anybody's going to come and kicking and scratching or saving you in your time of need. You have no business kicking and scratching for something that you know nothing about. Kicking and scratching ain't helped you in the past and ain't gonna help you now. Sit your ass down somewhere and go put in the work. Put in the work. And like I said, there's plenty of other things that I wouldn't do, but those will be the top 5 things that I know for sure I would be avoiding in this particular environment. Because I can promise you, you're not getting any help, any assistance, any nutritional value, or anything of any substance from any of those departments that I just named. Okay? So I don't tell people what to do anymore. Well, I never really did, but you know, people are like, well, y'all get out there and do it. I'm not gonna tell you nothing. But what I will say is what I wouldn't do, and also what I will do is put that disclaimer. Now, if you dig yourself in a hole, please don't make the mistake of lifting your hands towards me for salvation, because that's where I'm going to put on some high heels and stump your hand past the bone. Okay? That's how that's going to work, because it's going to go for I'm not going to say anything. No, I won't talk you off that ledge. But if you do and make the mistake of asking me for help, then I just may finish you, is what I'm saying. Like I say, as the energy changes and as the vibes get a little bit more shaky, then I'm also going to change with the environment. I am not going to be the same person. If all hell is falling around me, then I'm either going to get out of the way or I'm going to be a part of the neutralization team, if you know what I mean. So again, if you set yourself up for failure or basically become a human shield, like how those church members were doing, ain't got a nickel to your name, but you're going to allow someone to milk you dry while they got fancy jewelry on. I'm sure they drive a fancy vehicle. I'm sure they're living great. And then I'm sure they wouldn't give you a nickel if you asked for it, but yet you're there supporting them. That's called suicide. That's called social suicide. So therefore, some people, after a while, you can't feel sorry for people. Even those who are literally, when you should be preparing and you got all these rumors of war and you talking about relationships, you looking for a damn relationship when you should be looking for some ammo. Those are the people who I will be avoiding you. I will be. You worried about what the news is talking about? You worried about social media? Well, according to social media, according to the stats. My advice to you, if you know that you're not fully where you should be and you know that there's probably something that you're confused about or as to what you should be doing at this time, just please don't make the mistake of crossing paths with me. Because it's going to get to the point where if you're not already on the straight and narrow or got it halfway together, or even a slight idea to where you got time to be dicking around or time to be distracted, and you want to listen to the news while they're setting you up for the slaughter, and you think you're going to be in the same vicinity as me. This is why they say certain things I will be avoiding. And like I say, you better be on the straight and narrow before you cross paths with me. Because if you thought you had to watch out for Biden or Trump, you're going to be singing a different tune by the time you cross paths with me, you know? Because this is what is the survival of the fittest. I don't want to be around people who didn't prepare, but then they want to come to me for salvation. You want to lift your hand. Could you help us? You got a better bet of waiting on Pink Jesus. I'm going to just tell you, you know what? I got you. Wait on Pink Jesus. Here's his phone number. You don't hear from him in about 10 years. Keep on keeping on. Okay? So like I said, those would be the top 5 things. There's plenty more things that I would be avoiding these days. But those are the top 5 things that I would be avoiding as far as in this environment. Because none of that is important in this environment. Joining the quote-unquote black church or for salvation or for whatever you're going to the black church for, unless you are suicidal, I don't understand why you're doing it. Because you know, I know, and the world know, and God knows that the black church ain't helped no damn body. You go to any random black church, ask them for $10, just not no $20, $10 for gas. And we'll see what you got to do for that $10. And that's if you even get it. So yeah, we will see. But again, these are the same people that want your life savings. Oh, God told me to tell you to give me your last. And then here y'all are giving it to them. But again, if you tell them God told me to tell you to give you $10 for gas, you not only are you going to get cussed out, but they're going to tell you no, and then you might even get banned from the church for asking for help, for calling them on their bluff. So anyway, be well and be